All right, I've got a diagram for you, okay? Forgive my average artwork, but it's gonna help me demonstrate a point that I'm trying to make here and just a concept and an idea, I guess. So, this is my lovely diagram that I've drawn this morning, and it's just representative of your movement. So think this is like a bird's eye view on your movement as a whole. So from the second that you wake up to the second that you go to sleep, you're on this grid, you're on this circle at some point. So obviously I've categorized it here into 3 zones. So you've got stillness, ambient, and dynamic. And obviously complete stillness, you could say, is here, right at the bottom of the circle. And your most explosive, creative, dynamic movement that you could possibly do with your current physical capacity is the top of the circle. And at any point in the day, you're moving between these zones. So you could be very still, then going extremely slow. And then I would say this midsection is like walking and your everyday activities that you do, just getting around your house, making your lunch, whatever it is. And then the dynamic section at the top is whatever you choose to do, if it's a sport or a type of training that you enjoy. So it could be like martial arts or boxing or dancing or playing tennis or running or CrossFit, whatever that you like subjectively, like this is your dynamic form of creative movement. And I think in the pursuit of movement quality acquisition, so what I mean by that is just becoming a better mover, becoming more proficient at this thing that you're doing. I think a lot of us get caught in chasing this. So if I wanted to become a better dancer, I'd spend all my time dancing. And of course you're gonna make growth because you're gonna grow in whatever you do, all right? But I believe that all of these areas affect each other. So how you are in stillness affects your gait and how you walk. And that is obviously going to affect your mobility and your strength in whatever pursuit that you love doing. And I think I've been guilty of this in the past of like, say if I wanted to become better at boxing, I just do boxing. All right, I just do boxing all the time. And obviously that's going to pay off. You're going to get better. But I'm proposing that it's all just as important as each other. So in order to become better at anything dynamic, we have to think about each of these other stages on the continuum. So this is obviously the one that gets left behind the most because we all walk around and we get around and do our daily stuff. But not many of us, I didn't until very recently, learn how to stay still and learn how to just slow down and in the day rest and physically meditate and stop and listen to what my body was telling me, like where the imbalances were, where the pressure was, where the tension is, and then figuring out a way to clear that. And I think the only way, well, the first step in clearing that tension and that resistance in your body is by staying still. It's by stopping. And then you have a chance to see and feel and listen to what's happening. It's like, I give the analogy like, oh, if you're running really fast, you can't see what's going on next to you, or it's like kind of blurry. All right, but then if you slow down, you can start to see a little bit more. And then if you completely stop, you can see everything. And I think in this world, in this generation, we're just taught to constantly be moving, constantly be doing the next thing, onto the next thing, onto the next thing. But there's never really much time made in our days for this, for stillness, for real daytime rest and recovery. All right, so in my experience, all right, my subjective experience, this has been improved by doing this. Okay, so staying still has allowed my movement quality to be upgraded massively. All right, so you could think in the moment that you're staying still and the moment you're observing and listening, collecting data to make decisions on how to remove that stress or rebalance that equation in your body. Like when you take time to do that, it's like you're upgrading your operating system, all right? So the baseline, the foundation of your body is getting stronger and more capable. So then obviously the potential for the other end of this circle is further away, because your operating system has more capacity. So what that means is that if you're upgrading that operating system by staying still, listening, figuring out a solution for yourself, observing, then that's the first step in growing and making any software installation really easy. So what I mean by that is like learning new skills or developing this practice, whatever it is, if you're into dance or martial arts or whatever it is, even if you're just trying to improve the quality of your life to pick up your kids and play with your kids more and stuff. Like this dynamic creative movement will be improved by staying still. So yeah, it's like improving the operating system so the software can run really easily. It's like, it's really fast. You can learn new skills quicker and have more space to develop. So I thought it'd be cool just to kind of propose this really, and as a kind of jumping off point for this channel in terms of what I'm gonna share with the physical stuff. Because yeah, I think I want to help in each of these areas. I want to be able to help you in each of these areas. And I think it starts here. It starts with learning to stay still. And it starts with like learning to just observe and listen to yourself. And hopefully I can help guide you in that, okay? So if you're interested in this type of training, you're going to see a lot more on this channel, obviously. But I'm taking on new students. I've been in this kind of research and development stage for the last 2 or 3 months, and it's been incredibly exciting. But I'm at a point now where I really want to work with more people. I need to work with more people. It's not a case of I want to. I really want to share this, and I want to help, and I want to get this out to as many people as possible, really. So if this seems interesting to you, you can apply through the website that's linked underneath, and I'm based in London, so if you want to visit London, I train in a few different locations here, or we could do it online and figure it out that way. So get in touch if you've got any questions, and I'd be happy to hear from you. All right, thanks.